Alright, imagine this. Your application works perfectly for you, but someone in another country opens it and it suddenly feels slow. Pages take longer, requests lag, and sometimes it doesn't even load properly. So, what's actually going wrong here? Hey, this is Rajasthar, and this is a very common problem, especially when your users are spread across the world. Let's break down what's happening and how Azure Front Door resolves it. Now let's say your application is hosted in one region, for example in the US. Now a user from Australia tries to access it. The request has to travel all the way across the internet just to reach the server. That leads to high latency, slow response time, poor user experience, and if the region goes down, your entire application goes down with it. So the real question becomes, how do you make your application fast and reliable for the users around the world? And that's where Azure Front Door comes in. Azure Front Door is a global entry point for your application. Instead of users connecting directly to the server, they connect to the nearest Microsoft Edge location. So now the flow becomes user connect to the front door and front door connects to the backend. And front door decides where the request should go. And it looks at the things like which region is closest, which backend is healthy, which route is fastest, and then send the request accordingly. Now you might be thinking, isn't it just a load balancer? Kind of, but not exactly. A traditional load balancer works inside one region, but Azure Front Door works globally. It first decides which region should handle the request, and then it can route based on things like domain name or even the URL path. So now, it's not just distributing a traffic, it's intelligently deciding where and how a traffic should go. And requests enter Microsoft Global Network early, they travel faster, and your app feels much more responsive. And if one region goes down, Front Door automatically routes traffic to another healthy region. No manual action needed. Not only that, it also adds a security layer in front of your app with the features like SSL handling and web application firewall. So the question is when to use Azure Front Door? And the answer is when your users are global, you need high availability, you want low latency, and you don't want a single point of failure. So, to summarize, Azure Front Door sits in front of your application and makes it more faster, more reliable, and globally accessible. Once you understand this, you are not just building apps for one region, you are designing the systems for the world. That's it. See you in the next one.